ॐ तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः. Wednesday, October 10th, 1883. Other had invited the master to come to his house on the occasion of the Durga Puja festival. It was the third day of the worship of the Divine Mother. When Sri Ramakrishna arrived at Adhar's house, he found Adhar's friend Sharada, Balram's father, and Adhar's neighbors and relatives waiting for him. Master has come to, he is coming to Adhar's house. When he came, these people were waiting. The master went to the worship hall to see the evening worship. When it was over, he remained standing there in an abstracted mood and sang in praise of the Divine Mother. Sri Ramakrishna used to be always in entranced state and totally dissolved in Divine Mother. When an incarnation comes down in human form, the behind and in the front are fully clear in the awareness. The absolute existence in which the whole universe and innumerable universes appear and disappear, standing at his back, he is fully aware of that. He is aware of the entire universe and pervades it, giving existence to it as the Lord of the universe, the Ishvara. He is aware of that also. His own power, the Yoga Maya, which has made him to make his presence in a physical human body, that power also is aware. His own power. The play is going on to teach mankind how to attain God, how to transcend their nature and enter the life of eternal freedom, bliss and peace. So he is demonstrating various ways, practically binding himself with all the bindings that a normal human would be experiencing. Same bondage, same limitations of bodily existence, the mind, same heart, same intellect and senses. With that, he is managing. Now, when he stands in front of the Divine Mother, how to dissolve our personality, how to dissolve our individuality and make the Divine Mother's presence fully blooming, fully shining, so that all my only except heart, all other faculties and existence merge in my heart. When he is showing that world as if it has moved back as the immovable background in which he is only aware of Divine Mother and forgotten the world, and looking at her in ecstatic mood, he starts singing. The master went into the worship hall to see the evening worship. When it was over, he remained standing there in an abstracted mood and sang in the praise of the Divine Mother. The song, out of my deep affliction, rescue me, O Redeemer. Terrified by the threats of the King of Death, am I. Left to myself, I shall perish soon. Save me, oh save me now, I pray. Sri Ramakrishna is singing, out of deep affliction. Affliction is, I am afflicted. So many things are giving me pain and bondage and suffering. I am experiencing that, and now the fear has possessed that death of the King of Death is the terrified by the presence of threats of King of Death. You see, a jiva, any living being, is always afflicted by the fear. Anywhere you see a small animal or big animal, just move towards it. It immediately starts running away. Because it is afraid. Even huge animals, even ferocious animals, if another animal starts moving towards it, a little more powerful, a little more, suppose there is a rat, a cat comes, it runs away. A cat is there, a dog comes, it runs away. Like the smallest difference in strength makes them run away because of the fear. Fear of getting pain, fear of death. Fear of death is the ultimate fear. So many fears interfere, especially when we see human. He may lose his job. His children may fall sick. So many innumerable mental states they pass through. Everything is associated with fear, 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 fear. And to top all this is the fear of death, where I don't know what is going to happen. All that I possessed, all that I depended upon is going to be lost forever. Where am I going? What is happening? Am I going to perish, or is life going to continue? Whatever people may say, my experience stands against that, because I have not experienced any time what is going to be there after death. Though many times we experience death wherein I lose everything, that understanding that I am going to lose everything now. I am going to exist or perish, I do not know, but everything. I am isolated from all things. That much, that fear, unimaginable fear, that is the highest fear the man experiences. And that Sri Ramakrishna is singing a song regarding that. Now, taking refuge in Mother, You alone can save me. You can give me the strength to face death. How do you give? Making me know I am not this body. Every day nature makes us, time and again I go on telling this. How you separate from the body when you sleep, enter another dimension, unrelated to this. And where are you now? All things have disappeared. My existence is continuing. Same thing happens at the time of death also. But I do not know my existence independent of body. So if you give me this self-knowledge, I am not this body. If body falls off, it doesn't matter. Like cloth that I am wearing. If that cloth is lost, nothing of mine is lost. I continue to exist. I may take another cloth. Like that, if I know myself independent of body, it doesn't matter whether this body exists or not. I can take one more body. If I am going to continue my existence, if karmic load remains, if the tendencies of vasana continue, then I will take a body. But I am going to be there after death and I am going to continue life. That knowledge is not there. Give me that knowledge, self-knowledge. Give me the knowledge of my existence. Give me my knowledge of my relationship with you through eternity. So this understanding that to seeking the knowledge. And how do we get the knowledge? Total dependence and intense love for God. When I start loving Mother intensely, that one day I have forgotten my own bodily existence in this world, she shines in my heart. So this ecstatic love you give me so that I get that knowledge of your existence and my existence independent of body and my eternal relationship with you. This is the prayer for redemption and save, that is, save me, save me. Mother of all worlds, thou, the support of mankind. Mother of all worlds. There are so many planes of existence. Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Jana, Tapa, Satyam. Higher and higher lokas. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatala, Patala. All these lower lokas. As we go to higher lokas, we see our understanding expands. We grow. Now you see, we are every day passing through 3 levels of consciousness. The waking, the dreaming and the deep sleep. Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti, we are going. Every day we are passing through the 3. When we separate from the bodily existence and come to dream state, I don't know there is a waking state. I don't know there is a body. But when I wake up, the dream world has gone away. When I entered into dream after sleeping, dream world was real. I had identified with the body and experiencing all the sukha dukkha, the pains and pleasures of the dream world. Now I emerge from the dream and come back to the waking state. When I come back to the waking state, I see the dream world never existed. But memory of the dream world remains what all experienced in the dream world. But I don't bother even a bit because the whole thing I know as real. But when I go to sleep, The memory of the waking state doesn't come to my there is a exit. Now when I come from dream to waking, I know there was a dream. I entered into dream world. I experienced, and it was not there. It was all play going on of the mind. I, when I go from waking state to dream state, I don't remember anything of the. There is a waking state also. None of the memories of the waking state are there in dream state. I am missing the world and all my experiences. That's why we say it is at the lower level of consciousness. Why do we call higher level and lower level? The higher level as waking, the dreaming as lower level, still lower, that I am withdrawing the consciousness, Chaitanya, Chetana I am withdrawing. And here more joy, more freedom, more reality. When I entered the dream state, less reality, because I am not remembering the waking state. Less joy, less peace. How we are shrinking back. Similarly, can you go to little more ahead of waking state? Still more reality, still more freedom, still more joy. Higher, this we call higher loka, lower loka, more darkness, more bondage, more suffering. Why do we go to higher lokas and lower lokas, higher planes of existence and lower planes of existence, according to what we have done in our past lives? Now, karma, we are in the world of relative existence. The relative existence is the time bound, space bound, and bound by the law of cause and effect. The law of cause and effect, when it's applied to our human existence and existence of all lives on this in this universe, wherever they are, not only on the earth, wherever life exists in whatever way, they are bound by this law. This law applicable to the living beings, wherever their life is there, expressed or inexpressed. Expressed when possessing a body, inexpressed when the body is given up and going for the next body. So whenever there is, the life is there, then there is karmic load. The law of cause and effect applies to all living beings as law of karma. Whatever you do, you have to reap. So when karmic load is there, and if vasanas, the tendencies that drive the jiva to the world are not there, even if karmas are there, doesn't matter. He gets the enlightenment immediately. If vasanas that are detrimental to jnana and bhakti dissolve, then he is enlightened. He goes to the ultimate end to see the transcendental reality. The ultimate, why do we say? Because that is the last. More and more and more and more and absolute, like a funnel expanding to infinity. It is going, it's spreading. So that existence, that infinite expansion. So mother of all the worlds, various worlds, do you understand? Bhu Bhuva Swaha Mahajana Tapa Satyam. All these higher lokas and the lower Atala Vitala and all those are the 14 lokas. And mother of all those worlds. Wherever Jiva is there, that Jiva belongs to this mother. And she is mother, and it is all Jivas are her offsprings. the support of mankind. Mankind alone is bound by the law of cause and effect. That is karma, karmic. Other animals do not have buddhi, do not have freedom, do not possess ego. So their actions do not bring it. It is created by nature and dissolved in nature. It works out its karma, but new karmas do not form because of the absence of ego, as absence of vasanas and doership, kartritva. These things are not there, ego is not there, buddhi is not there, intellect is not there, sankalpas are not there. So whatever it does doesn't become karma. It is driven by nature. Nature drive is there. Nature is driving and it is doing. So it dissolves in nature. Nature is as if nature is responsible and jivas are not responsible. Here in human, there is the doership is there, ego is there, desires are there, vasanas are there, all these things are there. So it becomes karma. And karma generates two, the sukha dukkha, and another is the vasanas, tendencies to run after the world again and again. So this, the support of mankind. When we take Divine Mother as support, we are standing in this world as a material, possessing a material body and governed by the law of karma and karma. Now, when I depend on God, when I take refuge in God, I am in unbroken thought of God, holding the God as if with heart and soul. Then karma do not apply because God is free from karma. I am holding on to karma. Now, just like a train is running and I climb the train or enter into the train, I start running. Even if I hold somewhere, I am dragged by the train. The train is holding anything. Similarly, what is stationary, if I am holding, I become stationary. Like that, God is free from karma. So I too am free from karma. I am not bound by karma. Because I am holding on to God, I become a part of God, inseparable from God. That makes me free, gives freedom from God. You are the support of mankind. Thou, the bewitcher of all, the mother of all that has life. Bewitcher of all. Bewitching. See, as the man possesses knowledge, jnana, of any type, when it becomes secular and spiritual, of course, leads towards the evolution from animalhood to humanhood to divinehood, spiritual. Whereas the secular knowledge that a man gains, the secular knowledge in the world. So the secular knowledge, if a man gains, then he becomes possessor of that knowledge. Kartritva, bhoktritva, jnatritva. The knowership he possesses. And knowership is of the world. I am this body. This wrong identity with the body. I am spirit. I cannot be bound by anything. I am infinite. How can finite bind the infinite? I am eternally free. I am eternally immortal. This awareness goes off. I identify with the body in waking state. In dream state, I separate from the body. In deep sleep, I remain separated from this body. But in this, I identify with this body. This identification and telling I am this body in waking state, Mother has bewitched. The wrong understanding that I have possessed, I am holding on to, is what is this bewitching. This world, which is God Himself, I am seeing as world. Just like dream world, I am seeing a dream world as real, as long as I am in dream. So in waking state, I see this world. There, dream world is mind and mind alone. Here, God and God alone. But I am seeing the world as, instead of God, I am seeing God as this world. Universe is God. I am seeing this is bewitching. Instead of seeing the spirit everywhere, I am seeing matter, and spirit has become invisible to me. Totally, I don't perceive. None of my senses perceive. And what is it? My mind doesn't know, nor my intellect. Nothing is known. I hear there is a term, the spirit, but it is imperceptible by all the senses and mind. So that the bewitching power, it has made that wrong understanding. I do not know who am I am identifying with body. I do not know what is this world, I am calling it the material world. I do not know what is spirit. So I am totally ignorance. Kalaratri, Maharatri and Moharatri. So I identify with this body is Moharatri. I identify this God with world is Moharatri. I do not know what is God is Maharatri. I do not know who am I in this body is Kalaratri. Because of that, I identify with body is the Moharatri. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.